What up, what up? Aaron here. It's been a really long time since I've gotten on here and decided to do a video. And you know what? I just need to get out there, start doing them. So today I'm going to talk about my experience with my first ecstatic dance. And it was about a month ago. So today's September 23rd. And I'm pretty sure it was August 23rd. So it was exactly a month ago. So clearly today was the day that I needed to make this video. So I have been hearing about ecstatic dance from a few different podcasters that I listen to, a few different musical artists. And a lot of it is happening, I guess, out west. Out in Texas, Arizona, and out in like California, right? Because that's where all the hippy dippy stuff goes on. So I have been trying to search for an ecstatic dance here in Central Florida, Tampa Bay area, and I found a place called Ecstatic Dance Tampa, and they had only had one event, and that was back in maybe June or July, I don't remember, but they said that they weren't doing anything, and they directed me to Ecstatic Dance St. Pete. Through them, I also found another group, or I guess it's person, I believe Larissa Neal. She has the same last name as me, spelled differently, but same last name. And she held an ecstatic dance a month ago at Factory 114 down in downtown Tampa. And I was like, I'm going. I am going. It had been so long since I had been out dancing. Dancing is a love of mine that I have had since I was a child. I think dancing and music making are two inherent things that are part of the human experience. We are able to move in crazy ways. We are able to move our bodies. It feels good to move your body. That's one of my core values, is getting up, getting moving, stretching, contorting, feeling your body, allowing yourself to work through issues that you may be having by use of movement. And also music making, right? Our bodies have resonators it goes top to bottom. Those are areas of open space in our body that will vibrate, that air will vibrate, and it will create a noise or a sound. It doesn't always sound like Mariah Carey or Celine Dion singing, but it can be beautiful all the same. So I love music. I love dance. Most of you know that I was really big in the EDM scene, probably between 2007 till 2014, when I found out that I was pregnant. So 7 years. And there for a little bit, I was a go-go dancer. And I used to imagine myself moving energy while I was dancing up on a podium or up on the stage. And I think that was one of the reasons why people were drawn to me. Also, I didn't look like the other go-go dancers. I wasn't skinny. I had a big butt, and I got out there and I danced because I loved to do it. I still love to do it. And I definitely believe that my energy and my imagining that I was moving energy, and I would pretend to, like, Hadouken energy balls at people. They didn't realize it. I didn't truly realize what I was doing. But it was all positive energy, and it always is, and it always will be. So I find this dance, this ecstatic dance in Tampa. I go to it, and I'm just like buzzing as soon as I get in there. And I meet the lady Larissa. She had friend requested me earlier in the day that day on Facebook, and then she saw me there, and she just gave me the biggest hug, and it was great. And so it started off, I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know. All I knew is that ecstatic dance was moving to the music as if nobody was watching you. So we get in there. It started around 7:30, I think. So it was right before the sun went down. So it was already kind of dim inside the venue. And she started off by asking us to sit down. We started off with a little bit of free stretching, just a little bit of movement. And then we all sat down. And she started to do kind of a guided meditation / yoga session. And what was great about it is she said, you can either follow what I'm saying, which is a great guide for somebody that isn't familiar like I was with what we were going to be doing. Or you can explore the space on your own. And the great thing is that she kept reminding us to breathe. Keeping that breath going is really important, because when you hold your breath, and I know this from the work that I do, when you hold your breath, you get inside your mind and you're not focusing on A, your breathing, and B, your body. So that reminder to breathe and to take nice full deep inhales to get that full lung capacity was a beautiful thing. And so there was about 5 to maybe 10 minutes of that, and then it just opened up. And they just, the person that was doing the music, they just had a playlist going, and the first song was I don't remember the name of the song, and I should have gotten it before I made this video. But it was a song that I used to sit and roll with my friends, and it was one of my best friend's favorite songs that she would always dance to. And oh my gosh, I'm completely drawing a blank, sorry guys, but it was beautiful. And that right there was just like, it solidified it for me, like I'm right here, I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I just danced, and there were a few times where I was like, I'd see somebody doing something, I'm like, what are they doing? But I had to not shut down, but put that ego at ease to be like, I don't need to worry about what they're doing. I just need to feel what's happening inside my body. And it was very liberating, because there was no talking on the dance floor. If you had a connection with somebody, you could very easily go off to the side, take a seat, talk to them there. There was none of this, like what happens in the club is somebody starts talking to somebody else on the dance floor, and then they're just stationary right in the middle of the dance floor. So this was, open area. They had a little space where you could pick up little drums or scarves to dance with, tambourines, all kinds of stuff. And it was just for like an hour, I think, it was just like free dance. And then at the end of it, they had kind of a sound healing where a guy came around with the drum, And it was one of those drums that just makes your entire body vibrate and resets you. And it was beautiful, and I loved it. I had an amazing time. It was reminiscent of what I would do at raves or festivals or house parties. But it was a completely sober event. They only had water and fruit there. I wouldn't doubt if people did things beforehand, but right there in that venue, it was a sober venue. And I left there on a complete high. It was a joyful experience. It was an ecstatic experience. It was exactly what you would think of when you think of an ecstatic dance. And I'm hooked. I wish I could do it like on a weekly basis. And I can dance at home, of course, but there's a certain level of connection that does happen even though you're not speaking to these people. You can feel their energy, and there were a few times where you make eye contact with somebody, and then you have a connection and you start feeding off of their energy and their dance, and it's just a beautiful thing. And I absolutely loved it. And I'm actually going to one in 2 days, this coming up Wednesday. And I'm super, super excited. This one is going to have to do with, I believe, the elements, the 5 elements. And I'm just loving reconnecting with myself, with my source, with my spirituality, with love and divinity and all that good shit, right? Because that's what we need to do as a people to make things better. And yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna stop now, and I'm going to make more videos because I need to. And yeah, so if you made it to the end of this, I really appreciate it. Please follow me on Facebook at Erin Neal LMT. You can follow me on Instagram as well, Erin Savannah Neal. You can find me on Twitter at, I think I'm just Erin Neal on Twitter. I don't know. I'll get a spiel down eventually, but thank you for listening, and I hope you get out there and do an ecstatic dance of your own, and I know you will enjoy it. Bye.